Minecraft is a pretty cool game, but there are a lot of different editions. You're probably familiar with the Java, Bedrock, and Education editions. However, there are 14 more distinct editions, excluding the ones I found repetitive or uninteresting. Most of these are discontinued, but I thought it would be pretty interesting to look at them on a timeline, because Minecraft, gaming, and Steve. The first addition to Minecraft after the original Java edition was Pocket Edition. This may be a stretch since it is essentially what we now know as Bedrock Edition, but it was released exclusively for mobile in 2011. Since it is just the predecessor to Bedrock, we're just going to move on to the Xbox 360 edition. This was released in 2012 as the first Legacy Console edition of Minecraft. The Legacy Console versions were developed by 4J Studios, and all share the same gameplay mechanics for the most part. You can play with 3 of your friends in split-screen mode, or with up to 8 people online. One of the most nostalgic aspects of this edition is the tutorial world. It was intended to introduce you to the basics of Minecraft, but I remember just having a blast exploring here and just goofing around. When making a world, you automatically spawn with an empty map. However, the world size is limited in the overworld, nether, and the end. Some people prefer this type of world generation as it adds a sense of completeness to your exploration. However, I still prefer the effectively infinite worlds we have today. There were a few changes made to the game to accommodate playing with a controller, such as the automatic crafting system, and being only able to fly in 8 directions as opposed to a full circle. The 360 edition continued to receive updates until the update Aquatic, when it was sadly discontinued. In February 2013, an edition of Minecraft was released for the Raspberry Pi. Minecraft Pi Edition is basically just a slightly watered-down version of Pocket Edition. Only old worlds can be generated, and you can't change your skin from Steve. Your name is also Steve Pi. You can't sprint, but you can sneak, and you spawn in with an iron sword, which is basically useless because mobs don't spawn. You can also get a bow, but it doesn't work. In 2013, Mojang and 4J released Minecraft PlayStation 3 Edition. This was the second Legacy Console edition, and the gameplay is identical to the 360. However, they released several exclusive downloadable skin packs throughout the game's lifespan. One cool thing that Sony did was the cross-buy initiative, in which owners of Minecraft PS3 Edition could download Minecraft PS Vita Edition for free. Kind of similar to what you can do now with Java and Bedrock, except this was a decade ahead of its time. These versions were so similar you could even transfer worlds between the two. This version also stopped being supported after the Aquatic update. The next edition was yet another Legacy Console edition with Sony, being Minecraft PlayStation 4 Edition. As expected, it is very similar to its predecessor. However, it does feature much bigger worlds, 36 times larger in fact, and a larger render distance. Another neat feature about this edition was the ability to use the DualShock 4's touchpad to act as a cursor when navigating the inventory or opening chests, which I think is very cool. If you had worlds on the PlayStation 3 or PS Vita, you could transfer them to PS4 and even expand upon these worlds. Now, the last update that this version of Minecraft received was the Village and Pillage update. However, owners of the PS4 edition do have the option to download Bedrock Edition onto the PS4 for free. Just one day after the PlayStation 4 edition released in the US, Minecraft Xbox One Edition was released. It boasts the same improvements to the 360 edition as the PS4 does to the PS3. This edition of Minecraft was only updated to the World of Color edition, which is odd because the 360 edition received the Aquatic update. The reason they did this was to incentivize players to download Bedrock Edition, which parallels the PlayStation situation. However, I think PlayStation handled it much better, because to this day you can still upgrade to Bedrock Edition for free on your PS4. However, on Xbox that deal ended in December 2019, meaning if you own Xbox One Edition, you actually have an older version than its predecessor, and no free way to upgrade to its successor. What's even more confusing is that they kept updating Minecraft Xbox One Edition for 2 years after the release of Bedrock, but just added small things like skin packs. The next edition on this list is Minecraft PlayStation Vita Edition, which I already touched on earlier because it's so similar to the PS3 edition. A few differences are prevalent, however, as it is the first Legacy handheld edition. It supports online multiplayer with up to 4 players, as opposed to 8. As with the PlayStation 3 edition, Minecraft for PS Vita's latest major update was the update Aquatic. An interesting piece of trivia is that this edition was very popular in Japan. to the point where a bundle that came with a Minecraft game voucher, Minecraft-themed PS Vita console, and a Minecraft-themed carrying case was released. In 2013, the founder of Mojang announced that there were no plans to release Minecraft on the Wii U. And in 2014, Mojang stated that the user base for the Wii U was too small to warrant a Minecraft release, despite the fact that, at the time, the Wii U was ahead of the Xbox One in sales. Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo stated that Minecraft was not as popular in Japan as in the West, so he considered a Wii U port to be a logical move for reaching a new audience. Then in 2015, Mojang's COO, Vu, expressed interest in making Minecraft available on a Nintendo console. Then in December of that year, Mojang and Nintendo announced Minecraft Wii U Edition. Now, the biggest missed opportunity for this edition is that they never used the gamepad as an inventory display. Instead, it was just an option for players to use to play the game normally. You could also play the game with the Wii U Pro controller and the classic controllers. Since this was released on a Nintendo console, there were, of course, a few features to give it Nintendo charm, namely the Mario Mashup Pack that was included with the purchase. And the fact that your username incorporated your Mii character. One downside of this version is the fact that at the time, it was the most expensive Legacy Console Edition at $30 US, due to its inclusion of skin packs and texture packs. It also had a smaller world and lower render distance than the PS4 and Xbox One Edition. It followed the trend of being supported until the update Aquatic. Minecraft Education Edition, or just Minecraft Education as it was later known, was released on November 1st, 2016. At a glance, it is very similar to Bedrock Edition. However, many changes have been made to make it, quote-unquote, classroom applicable. These include a camera portfolio, chalkboards, allow and deny blocks, border blocks, a classroom mode, a second hotbar that your teacher can manage, and lesson plans. This version of Minecraft is still being supported today. Minecraft Nintendo Switch Edition released in May 2017. And it is very similar to the Wii U Edition. However, it has a larger world size and render distance, which is 11 chunks in TV mode and 7 chunks in handheld mode. Nintendo did the same thing as Xbox in that the Wii U Edition has the update Aquatic, and the Switch does not. This is a little more permissible here because you can still get Bedrock for free today, but it still makes zero sense to me. This is also the only Legacy Console Edition to never release physically, meaning it is considerably more tricky to access this version of Minecraft today. You can transfer worlds from the Wii U Edition to the Switch Edition, but you can't load them because of the different versions. You can actually play the Switch Edition in 4-player split screen, while in tabletop mode, which is novel but quite difficult. August 8th, 2017 saw the release of Minecraft China Edition. Minecraft China Edition is actually available in both Bedrock and Java editions, and is completely free. However, you have to have ID proving you are a Chinese citizen to play the game. In a nutshell, all it is a very restricted version of Minecraft. China has a lot of regulations when it comes to online gaming and video games in general. Because of this, Mojang couldn't release the regular versions of Minecraft in China, and they had to partner up with NetEase, a Chinese company, to release this special edition. The game has some cool features, like an in-game friend system and cloud storage, but it is also extremely censored. Anything you can write on in Minecraft, such as signs, books, and name tags, are subject to be heavily censored. There is also a curfew time for players under the age of 18, meaning you can't play past 10 PM, or you will be disconnected. There's a way to rent servers from the launcher, kind of like Realms, but there are several restrictions about downloading and file sizes. You can also join online game servers such as Hypixel China, but they actually adopt a currency system of emeralds and diamonds to purchase in the server shop. Players can watch ads to earn a maximum of 5 emeralds or diamonds, which they can then use to purchase texture packs, mods, etc. You can also use diamonds and emeralds in this edition's marketplace, or you can pay real money each month to get a 40% discount on certain purchases. As of 2022, there were over 600 million registered players in this edition. On September 13th, 2017, the bizarre but neat Minecraft New Nintendo 3DS Edition was announced. This was quite unexpected, as very few games were exclusive only to the new versions of the 3DS and 2DS. However, this was one of them, and it was only supported for 1 year and 4 months. This game was a modified port of Pocket Edition, whereas the Legacy console editions are a little more like Java when compared to this game. This version also had no online multiplayer, however local multiplayer with close-by 3DSs was possible. This was also the only edition not to support more than 2-player multiplayer though. The worlds were actually not exceptionally small, apart from having a height limit of only 128 blocks. However, it did struggle with having multiple mobs on screen, to the point where you could only have a maximum of 24 enemies on screen at once. At first, there was no cap on how many experience orbs were on screen, but players were actually causing the game to crash by throwing too many bottles of enchanting, so they patched this and added a cap. The coolest thing about this version is that your inventory is on the bottom touchscreen, along with your map and coordinates. However, this means you can't actually obtain a map item, so there are limitations with mapping out the nether. This also caused some features to be changed, such as the Totem of Undying being able to be set off no matter what hotbar slot it is in, due to a lack of an offhand slot. There were also no firework rockets at all in this edition. Another fun fact is that this is the only edition of Minecraft where the splash text is not slanted. Weirdly enough, this game did not release with any 3D functionality, probably because Nintendo was trying to promote the 2DS. But it was stated that 3D support would be added, which never happened. Minecraft New Nintendo 3DS Edition's latest update was called the Discovery Update, which was really the World of Color update. The final edition I'll be covering is Minecraft Classic, released on May 7th, 2019. This was made as an homage to the original version of Minecraft to celebrate its 10-year anniversary. It is playable on your web browser for free, and I left a link in the description in case you want to check it out. You can even play multiplayer. So that's going to do it for this timeline of the Minecraft editions. As I said earlier, there were a few versions that I left out of the timeline, because I just found them to be repetitive or uninteresting. But, yeah, that's all. If you enjoyed the video, hitting that like button would be a pretty upstanding thing to do. And if you didn't enjoy it, then I apologize. That's on me. It's on me.